Senator Ted Cruz brushing off Donald Trump's citizenship questions, but Trump's not alone in challenging Senator Cruz's eligibility to be president. Democrat Congressman Alan Grayson vows to sue if Senator Cruz gets the Republican nomination. The congressman joins me now. Congressman, you have called Republicans foot-dragging, knuckle-dragging Neanderthals who know nothing but no. Why then would you care who they nominate?
David, that's a silly question. You have a good question for me?
That's a real question. Why do you care?
Again, a silly question. I'm an American citizen. I vote in every election. I care a lot about who's the president of my country. What's your next question?
Yeah, well, that was a serious question. I honestly don't know why.
That is not a serious question.
Maybe you don't think so, but it was.
Here's
another one. President Obama's own Solicitor General, President Obama's Solicitor General said the following about this whole issue. He said, quote, an individual born to a U.S. citizen parent, whether in California or Canada or the Canal Zone, is a U.S. citizen from birth and is fully eligible to serve as president. Why would you suggest otherwise?
Because Ted Cruz's constitutional law professor, Larry Kribe, has said the opposite. And Larry's right, by the way.
Well, this is no slouch. This was in the Harvard Law Review. There were actually two solicitors general who made this same comment. Why do you think he's wrong?
Well, first, because they didn't consider the fact and didn't know the fact at the time that that Senator Cruz's mother was a registered voter in Canada. That's not something that their article addressed. And secondly, they overlooked all of the legal scholarship and the legal authority that dates from the time of the Constitution about who was actually considered to be a natural-born citizen at the time of the Constitution. So they were wrong in both respects, on the facts and on the law.
Well, exactly how do you pursue your case?
That's to be determined. We'll wait and see. But I am going to raise a legal challenge if he's the nominee. And look, there's a lot of people who the Constitution bars from being the President of the United States. Mark Zuckerberg's one of them. If he runs for the presidency, I'll be making the same arguments. He's 31 years old. You have to be 35. Arnold Schwarzenegger is another one. Actually, George W. Bush is another one. He's not allowed to be elected president either. If you've been elected twice, you can't be elected a third time. The Constitution is our highest law. Let's take it a little more seriously than you seem to be doing today.
Well, I'm asking questions, serious questions, Congressman, but thank you for coming on. We appreciate you being here, and next time maybe you can ask some questions. Thank you. Melissa.
Seth Berenzweig is the founder and managing partner of Berenzweig Leonard. Seth, you heard what the congressman had to say. Do you think that he has a case? I mean, one of the biggest problems is he would need to have a claim of damages, wouldn't he?
Sure. He doesn't have a case. The reason he doesn't have a case is because he's short on the process. He doesn't have legal standing. A person who files a lawsuit has to have actual direct personal damage or harm, and that's what the redress is for. He doesn't have legal standing. Ironically, Donald Trump would have standing, or Secretary Clinton would have standing, but he doesn't. The thing that's also ironic about this is that on the substance, he actually has some arguments that do have some potential merit. So on the substance of the legal issue, it's a little bit of a close call.
Yeah. So Donald Trump would be someone who would take it up? Would it have to be someone that was nominated? I mean, the congressman would say that he was wronged as a U.S. citizen, I guess, or that gives him the standing.
That's right, but it needs more than that. You need to be someone who's in the running or who's close to being nominated, someone who has a direct personal interest in the election. And ironically, on the substance, I think it's a closer call. I'm not saying that it's a slam dunk, but if you take a look at the phrase of the requirement of being a natural-born citizen in Article 2 of the Constitution, there are two things that provide some explanation of that. The first is the 14th Amendment, which guarantees equal protection of the laws to American citizens. Those citizens are those that are either born or naturalized in the United States. Senator Cruz doesn't meet either of those two criteria. Secondly, there's the Naturalization Act, which was enacted by Congress a long time ago. It was originally guaranteeing to have someone be a natural-born citizen who was born outside of the country to an American parent. It was amended to take out natural-born. It only affords naturalization, so therefore it's by law, not by birth. So it's a close call from a legal standpoint.
Seth, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it.